This video will be about constructing an exponential function given 2 points. So in order to do this, we want to construct a system of equations using the 2 points provided, solve the simplest equation for either A or B, substitute the equation from step 2 into the remaining equation, the one that hasn't been touched, simplify, solve, and then use that answer to find the missing number. Finally, write the exponential function. That sounds awfully convoluted, so let's go through an example. We want to write the equation of the exponential function passing through 0, 3, and 3, 24. Now, if we remember, our goal here is going to be a function that looks like this. F of x equals a times b to the x. Now, 0, 3 is a point xy, so is 3, 24. So when I create my first system, I'm going to have 3 as the y value, a, b to the 0, that's the first one. My second will be 24 equals a, b cubed. Alright, so this one's really simple. If we remember our exponent rules, we'll remember that anything to the 0, or anything that's not 0 to the 0, is just 1. So this first equation is now solved for a. I can now take a and plug it in over here and solve for b. So I've solved the simplest equation for a or b. That was this step. Now I'm going to substitute this guy into the remaining equation, so step 3, and then we're going to do step 4, simplify and solve. So we have 24 equals 3b cubed. Well, now I need to get b by its lonesome. So what I'm going to do is divide both sides by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Now, my goal is to get just b, but I have b cubed. So what I should probably do here is take the cube root of both sides. So the question becomes, what can I multiply 3 of to get 8? So it has to be 3 of the same number, so 2 times 2 times 2. So that's 3 2's. That should get me 8. So in our case, b is just 2. Now, since we have a and b, we can do step 6. Now, in this case, we got to skip over step 5. The next one will not be so lucky. So let's go through this and see what we get. Our final answer would be f of x equals 3 times 2 to the x power. That's going to be the function we should get to be able to get both of these points. And now I can get any point on that curve. Now, you'll see before you that we have a second example. We want to write the equation of the exponential function passing through 216 and 332. We're going to follow the exact same steps we did last time. So I need to create a system of 16 equals ab squared, and and 32 equals AB cubed. Now you'll notice last time we solved the simpler equation for A, mostly because b to the 0 is 1. But I'm going to try to do the same thing this time. So I'm going to divide both sides by b squared. It's going to simplify out over here on the right hand side, and over here I'll have A equals 16 over b squared. So now I can substitute this value in over here. So I should have 32 equals 16 over b squared times b cubed. Now, one of the things that gets a lot of people is that they don't remember that this b, or b cubed, is over 1. So what we're saying is we have 16 over b squared times b cubed over 1. But that means this b cubed is being divided by b squared. So those will divide and leave me just a b on top, which makes this a nice simple problem of 32 equals 16 times b. Now to solve for b, we simply divide by 16 to both sides. So b is going to be 2. Now here's the case where I finally get to use step 5. I got to plug this b equals 2 into this guy over here. So this is going to go over here, and that's going to tell me what a is. So I have a equals 16 over 2 squared, and if it helps, we can do this. So that green 2 is coming from here, but 2 squared is just 4. So a equals 16 over 4, which is just 4. Now that I have a and b, I can write my final equation, a first times 2 to the x. And then let's box that so that we know that that's our answer. And that is typically as hard as the writing an exponential function is probably going to get for your course. Now, there are word problems that come with this that will be in your homework. One is about, I believe it's either a fox or a wolf. And it talks about the population. It's going to follow this exact same format. Let's see, it's wolves. Okay. So, there's a problem in your homework that talks about wolves that will follow this exact same format.